Shalom. Shalom, Akims. This is your Hebrew Israelite brother, Mashaba, here in the city of Detroit. I'd like to give all praises and all honors to Yahweh, and by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem, Rakakadash. A double honor to the apostles and elders of the great millstone that taught us this truth, peace, and salutation to the hopeful elects. Shalom. Welcome to today's lesson. Today's lesson is on Leviticus chapter 14, verse 36, as well as other scriptures. What is it? The video is about this woman pastor, and she remember, you women, y'all not supposed to be pastors. Y'all not supposed to be teaching, exerting authority over a man in the first place. That's one, and you surely not supposed to be a woman pastor. You know what I'm saying? It's okay for a woman to teach other women and children, okay? But a woman is not to exert authority over a man, okay? And surely not to be trying to teach a man. Surely not supposed to be a pastor, okay? But in this kingdom, Esau is Edom. The woman is able to do what she want to do, okay? And this is a Jake woman, okay? And so what happens is she trying to have a church, but Yahweh is plaguing her church with mold and mildew. Mold and mildew. Check this out.
At the center of the controversy. Hank, good evening.
Kimberly, Devin, good evening to both of you. We are masking up for our own safety because there is a lot of mold here in this building as a result of these problems. In fact, take a look. You can see some of the water damage here to the left, the ceiling tiles collapsing. Over here on the other side of the church congregation, you can see the ceiling is buckling. This is obviously a clear and present danger, and as you mentioned, it is pitting one Detroit pastor against another.
We can't hold service, and we have nowhere else to go.
The inside of this church, a real danger.
This is mold growing, and it's growing all in the floors, all over the pews, in the back of the pews, all back here. It's just, this is mold.
We can see it, and the city states it in these recent violations.
Now you see that? That's mold. That's mold and mildew just growing all throughout, all over the pulpit, all over the prayer area, all over the benches where everyone sits. And can you imagine that? She can't hold a service, and the ceiling tiles is dropping out. You see, Yahweh is plaguing her because one, she's not supposed to be a pastor. Okay.
Tickets issued by the city inspector.
What I thought was going to be something good for me and my people to start over again, end up being horrific. Terrifying.
For Pastor China Mitchell Lewis, who started renting this space in April, the problems have caused stress, concern, and health issues.
It's been horrific. It's been terrible. We can't have service. People are getting sick from the mold and the rain and everything, and it's just devastating.
The water started seeping in May. By June, we're told mold was growing. In August, the city writing these violation tickets. The building considered in immediate danger. The owner, a pastor himself, Pastor Jason Palmer, seen here in this photo, not at his church today, but I reached him on the phone. And the city has issued tickets in regards to that, yet you still rented it out, and I'm trying to find out why. At first, he hung up, but then called back.
We only got 2 tickets concerning the building, which I have proof of, and that was about paint on the building, and then they said something about signage.
The city's chief enforcement officer meeting me at the church yesterday.
What we do is we continue to enforce the property maintenance ordinance, and so if the owner doesn't make those corrections, then we will continue to issue tickets.
Now see, now, the owner, him being a male pastor, okay, him being a male pastor, he, remember, she would be exerting authority over him, telling him what to do, even though he's a slum landlord. But Yahweh arranged it that way. Why? Because one, she not even supposed to be a pastor in the first place. You see? She ain't supposed to be a pastor in the first place. This was.
Back out here live inside, you can see the mold growing here on, the church itself. It is obviously a big problem. Now, a few updates. The owner of the building has informed the pastor here that he will essentially throw that lease out, that she can move out whenever she wants. The big issue here, obviously, is that she's already paid a lot of rent in the months that they couldn't use this space. So we are working with the city to make sure the owner not only has to go to a court to address these issues, but also make this situation right. We're live here tonight on the West Side. Hank Wynn.
Now, we're going to put some scripture with that. Now, remember, in the first place, she ain't even supposed to be doing that. So what did the Lord do? He plagued her with mold. Let's go to some scripture on that concerning the mold. Okay, what Yahweh was doing, because she's a woman trying to hold a church service when she's not even supposed to be doing that in the first place. Meaning that, knowing that she would be exerting authority over men, trying to teach men. Now, this is Leviticus chapter 14. We're going to start at verse. Give me a sip of water. Start at verse 34. When ye become into the land of, hold on now. We can go down here to verse 35. And he that owneth the house, talking about the male pastor, shall come and tell the priest that being her, saying, it seemeth to me there is, and it were a plague in the house. Now, ain't that what's going on? He's a male pastor. She a female pastor. He's a male pastor, and she's a female pastor. He owns the church. Okay, he owns it, and so and all this is a judgment on her for being a woman pastor trying to preach the word to who? Men. And remember, and she is a 2/3 anyway. Remember, that's one because she preaching Jesus. You see, and so the Lord put her under a man, whether she likes it or not. You see, because the owner of the church is what? A man. Okay, and here's Yahweh's word on it. Leviticus chapter 14, verse 35. And he that owneth the house, you see, that being him a man, the male pastor, he owned the house, he owned the church, shall come and tell the priest, that being her, she wanted to be a priest, saying, it seemeth to me there is, as it were, a plague. You see? And what is that plague? That mildew and mildew. That mold and mildew in the house, in the church. And it's all over the pulpit. It's all over the little staging area. It's all over the floor and the carpet. It's all over the benches where the congregation sits. It's all over the place. All over the walls. The ceiling tiles are dropping out of the ceiling. It's water damage here and there everywhere. You see? And that's what it is. They need to stop whatever water damage it is. Okay? Then the priest, that being her, shall come and command that they empty the house. You see? And that's what she's doing. She got Help Me Hate to come and try to help her to get them to empty that out, clean that out, and to restore it back to natural and normal usage before the priests go into it to see the plague, you see, because she don't want to go inside there or take her congregation inside there to see that plague, to see all that mold and mildew in there and all on that, you see, that all that is in the house be not made unclean, you see, and all that's unclean in there. And after the priest shall go in to see the house, okay, and she in this case shall look at the plague, and behold, if the plague be in the walls, and it is, the mold and mildew is in the walls of the house, with hollow tracts, greenish and reddish, and it's different colored, which in sight are lower than the wall. And that's what it is. It's all that mildew. Then the priest shall go out of the house to the door of the house and shut up the house 7 days. You see. And the priest shall come again the 7th day and shall look, and behold, if the plague be spread in the walls of the house, then the priest shall command that they take away the stones which the plague is, and these stones would be the mold itself, and they shall cast them into an unclean place within the city dump. That means all the plaster, that being the stones, all the plaster that's in the wall, that being the stones, okay, all that plaster and all that that's in the wall, this is all mildew. All this gonna have to come out and be thrown out and cast out into the city dump. You see, all that's gonna have to go to the city dump because all of that is unclean. You see, and so we're gonna go to what in the 2 Timothy chapter 2. Sometimes I get it mixed up. 2 Timothy, 1 Timothy. We want to go down here to, okay, that's 16. Right down here to 14, 12. Okay, no. It's 1 Timothy. 1 Timothy chapter 2. Okay, we'll go down here to first, you see, woman instructed. You see, instructed. Woman instructed. Because you women, there are instructions. One, y'all not supposed to be doing the different things that y'all do. You see? Start at verse 9. In like manner also, that women adorn themselves in modest apparel. With shame, modest apparel. It means dressing appropriately, being properly clothed, wearing long dresses from the neck all the way down to the ankles. You see, and but partially arm covered, shoulders covered, and wearing shoes, not sandals. Toes supposed to be covered, and then wearing a head wrap, not a hat, but a head wrap. Okay, and with all their hair up under the head wrap. Okay, and you do women not wearing any piercings, any tattoos, and no makeup. Okay, no makeup. You see, being shamefaced. Shamefaced means humble. You see, right here. With shamefacedness, that means humble. You see, being humble and sobriety, not with braided hair or gold or pearls or costly array. You see, verse 10. But which becometh women professing godliness. If you're a woman professing godliness, and she's supposed to be a woman professing godliness, then there's a certain way that she's supposed to present herself. With good works, you see, with good works. Let the woman learn in silence, you see, in silence with all subjection. But I suffer not a woman to teach, you see. The Lord made it clear in his word. I suffer a woman not to teach, nor to exert authority over the man, but to be in silence. You see? You see? Now let's tap onto that. We're going to check out the cross-reference for that. And see what precepts. Now these are for the entire verse. Okay? Let's see. Related to this entire verse, there are no entries for this. Whoa! So they don't want you to come into understanding. They don't want you women to come into understanding of what y'all are supposed to do. So this is supposed to be plain within itself. But I suffer not a woman to teach. See, because the reason why they cut that off, they don't want you women to come into understanding. Y'all not supposed to be teaching her, being preachers. and pastors. But they got all these women pastors and women preachers. But even though y'all doing what y'all doing, Yahweh, he's the one that's plaguing y'all. Remember, Yahweh, he is the judge of all matters. And even though Esau is Edom are trying to take it the precepts to verses like this out that shows you women how y'all supposed to carry yourself and conduct yourself and what y'all are to do and not to do. Esau is Edom trying to take the precepts concerning these out because he don't want y'all to understand. But even though he does that, Yahweh still does what? He still judges you women. You see, he still judges you women. So this has been a quick video. I wanted to make it clear, so that way it's understood the reason why that woman pastor in that church, the reason why she's being plagued with mold and mildew, and she's under the authority of what? A male pastor. Okay, even though the whole situation is what 2/3. So Lord's willing, okay, we're gonna end the video off right there. Lord's willing, you were edified by today's video, and hopefully you will provoke the thought, and hopefully you've seen some precepts in this video that you can use to put together with the precept that you already have, that you can make a video that you can use to help feed the sheep. Remember, as good shepherds of the Lord, one of our main jobs is always to feed the sheep. Okay? If you love me, feed my sheep. Okay? And so we like to go ahead and give all praise. Oh, and also take the time to press the like button. Okay, go ahead and press the like button. If you haven't already, go ahead and press the like button. That helps out for the algorithms of this YouTube channel. And also, press the subscription button. Go ahead and press that subscription button. If you haven't already, press the subscription button and the notification bell, so that way you will receive special notification alerts each time that I release a new video for your spiritual edification. So I'd like to give all praises and all honors to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shah, Ba'ashem, Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of the great millstone that taught us this truth. Peace and salutations to the hopeful elect. Shalom to the hopeful elect.